Every second, millions of people around the world are doing it. Not their homework, not their work deadlines, not their taxes, but this, scrolling, delaying, telling themselves I'll start tomorrow. It's a silent epidemic that has haunted humanity for centuries. Procrastination. Why do we avoid the very things we know we should do? And more importantly, what dark forces inside the human mind keep us trapped in this endless cycle of delay? Today, we unravel the psychology of procrastination. Procrastination isn't new. The ancient Greeks had a word for it, akrasia, the state of acting against your better judgment. Socrates and Aristotle described it as a paradox of human behavior, knowing the right path, but failing to walk it. Fast forward 2,000 years, and the problem hasn't disappeared. In fact, in the digital age, procrastination has become a billion-dollar drain on productivity, education, and mental health. But what's really happening inside our brains when we put things off? At its core, procrastination is not about laziness. It's about a battle inside your brain. On one side, we have the prefrontal cortex, the rational planner. It thinks about deadlines, goals, and the future. On the other side, there's the limbic system, the emotional, impulsive part of the brain that screams, I want pleasure now. When the limbic system overpowers the prefrontal cortex, you binge Netflix instead of writing that report. You reorganize your desk instead of finishing your project. You clean your entire apartment before starting that one email. Sound familiar? But there's more. Procrastination often hides a deeper fear. Psychologists have found that many of us delay tasks not because they're boring, but because they're threatening. Fear of failure. Fear of imperfection. Even fear of success. Starting means risking disappointment. Not starting means staying safe. At least for now. In fact, researchers have linked procrastination to perfectionism and anxiety. The task itself becomes a monster in our minds. The longer we wait, the bigger and scarier it grows. And then, there's dopamine, the brain's chemical of reward. Social media, notifications, and endless distractions hijack our dopamine pathways. Checking your phone gives you a quick hit of pleasure. Writing that essay. That's hours of effort with no immediate reward. Your brain is wired to prefer the candy of instant gratification over the feast of long-term achievement. Procrastination isn't just a habit. It's neurochemistry. Even history's greatest minds weren't immune. Leonardo da Vinci spent 16 years painting the Mona Lisa, starting and stopping, doubting himself. Victor Hugo, author of Les Miserables, was notorious for procrastination, so much so that he once had his servants hide all his clothes, forcing him to stay indoors and write in nothing but a blanket. If even geniuses wrestled with delay, what chance do the rest of us have? Thankfully, psychology also offers solutions. Here are 3 powerful ones. First, the 5-minute rule. Tell yourself you'll do just 5 minutes of the task. Often, starting is the hardest part. Once momentum builds, 5 minutes turns into 50. Second, externalize your goals. Write them down. Tell a friend. Make the task visible so it can't hide in the shadows of your mind. Third, shrink the monster. Instead of thinking write a book, break it into write a paragraph. Instead of get fit, make it do 10 push-ups. Small wins rewire the brain for progress. And perhaps most importantly, forgive yourself. Studies show that self-compassion reduces procrastination more effectively than guilt or punishment. Because procrastination is not a moral failing. It's a psychological trap. So, the next time you find yourself scrolling endlessly instead of starting that project, remember this: you're not alone. From Aristotle to Da Vinci, from students to CEOs, procrastination has haunted us all. But the monster shrinks when you shine a light on it. It's not laziness. It's fear. It's dopamine. It's the timeless battle between comfort and growth. And the choice, every day, is yours. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden psychology behind procrastination, then you'll love our deep dives into the mysteries of history, the human mind, and the forces that shape our world. Subscribe, and join us as we unravel the next great mystery together.